All right, well, welcome to, what are we on, episode 44
44.
of our podcast. I'm pumped, man.
Yeah, I'm too.
We're back.
We're back. We're back from our holiday hiatus. Happy New Year to everybody.
Happy New Year. I'm just going to move this
You're gonna move this-
table
okay.
a little closer.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. And we're back, baby. And
We,
it's
indeed.
been,
With a vengeance.
it's been a good couple of weeks.
Yeah.
How have you been, man? What have you been
I've been busy, actually. It's been a whirlwind.
A
Yeah.
whirlwind. We had
You
the
know.
Christmas holiday, we
Right.
had New Year.
Exactly. And, when you have kids, you're moving fast and furious to me, and visiting people and celebrating and, sleep deprived and
Yeah.
eating a lot of food.
Oh, dude.
I try not to overdo it through the holidays. I
I
really,
try not
really tried. It's because in my families, there's a lot of food around, There's a lot of food around. Holiday time is a lot of food, and it's hard to hide from it. But I think I did a pretty decent job.
Yeah.
Not bad.
That's good. I did not do a decent job of avoiding food.
Yeah.
You know how it goes. You get the Christmas dinner, and then you get all the leftovers.
Yes. Goodies.
Oh,
there are baked
snacks,
goods, snacks.
candies.
Yeah, it's just.
So good.
But did you manage to get some running in over the holidays?
Yeah, it's been pretty good. I've had a couple of off days, but whatever. It's gonna happen.
Same here. I had some off days, but
But they were kind of planned off days, so it wasn't like that big of a deal. It wasn't like someone threw a wrench in the works and I couldn't run. It was more like, okay, I know Christmas Day, maybe I won't be able to get a run in, or like this day I won't be able to run. So I kind of knew it was coming, which is always helpful. But
Same here,
yeah, I haven't missed that many days, so I'm happy.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just thinking the other day, every time I do a run, I do these like little videos, Instagram stories,
Yes.
and I always finish with, overall, it's been a good run.
Mm-hmm.
And I think sometimes I have bad runs, but I just am glad I got out there and ran.
Yeah.
So it's a good run.
Yeah. That's the way I look at it too. There are some days where I'm just not feeling it. I get out there, still not feeling it.
Right.
Partway into the run, further into the run, then I start to feel it. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes you're not
you just
feeling it.
never
the whole
feel
time.
it.
Right, exactly. But then I do have to say that on those days that I don't feel it, I still feel pretty darn good that I did the run. You know what I mean?
It's
like
true.
afterward. Like afterward, I'm feeling like, yeah, okay. I didn't feel great today when I ran, but did it.
At least I ran.
I ran and I did myself some good. That's the way I like to look at it. So,
Yeah, I had that feeling this morning.
did you?
Oh, dude.
It hurt?
'Cause, yeah, like today is one of those days where I either run at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
or I don't run.
Yeah, dude, yeah.
And so it was like a wake up and get out the door
That's hard.
kind of morning, and
Yeah.
that is hard.
That is tough.
I was like, whoof.
Yeah, and it's, the wind chills is really pretty
It
tough
was
the past couple of
cold.
days.
It was cold today.
Yeah.
I was, I think I was underdressed. I was cold the whole time.
Yeah.
I had to stop at the ATM,
Mm-hmm.
and I just wanted to curl up and take a nap. In it.
At the ATM?
Yeah, like you can go in, it's like a room. You
Okay,
check in,
I
and you
gotcha.
like slide the thing in, and then you go in this little room. It's warm
It's
and
warm in there.
cozy. And I was like, man.
I'm just gonna take a nap.
I'm gonna just take a nap until it warms
Oh,
up.
jeez.
But I ended up not taking a nap,
Good for you.
and I finished my run.
Okay, cool. You gotta get it in, right? So,
That's true. How
No
about you,
nap.
man? You run over these past 2-3 weeks?
yeah. Same thing. I thought it was pretty consistent. There were times, or there were days that I just missed. Like Christmas Day, for instance, I thought, I might get a run in,
Mm-hmm.
but, there's a possibility I can get a run in, but I didn't think I was going to.
Right.
I didn't think it was going to happen. It didn't happen, and I wasn't let down. We had to travel.
Yeah.
We had celebrations in the morning and things, gifts, and then we had brunch, and then we had to go, and I just couldn't get it in. And there were days like that, but that's okay,
Brunch,
Happens.
huh?
Brunch, yeah, a little Christmas brunch.
Brunch.
But in-laws, yeah.
It's an interesting meal.
It is an interesting meal.
What did you have for brunch?
We had I wouldn't say an omelet, but it was an egg type thing.
A frittata?
It was sort of like a frittata. It was more like a frittata. It was really tasty, actually. And then fresh fruit, coffee. It was good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Bloody Marys?
I didn't do any Bloody Marys, no. I'm not a Bloody Mary kind of person, but
Me neither.
yeah. But so we did that, and I couldn't get a run in that day, but I got a run the day before,
Cool.
and I got a run the day after. So
And at least you got some brunch.
yes, and I had some brunch. So maybe I needed the rest day. So
Yeah, we
Yes.
could all use it some rest days.
Yep.
Sometimes.
I had a good run on New Year's Day. That was good. Like I don't know, 5 or 6 miles, I think it was, and it was nice.
Nice, good.
Bang out the new year with a run.
New Year's, man.
New Year's, yeah.
It's 2020?
Yes.
2020.
It's 2020.
2000.
2020 vision.
Do you say it like
2020.
2020? Like
You could say 2020, or you could say, I like 2020.
Me too.
That sounds cool.
It's got a nice ring
It's
to
kind
it.
of neat. The Roaring 20s. We're going in the Roaring 20s.
There you go. Look at that.
So,
I hope it stays roaring.
I hope it says roaring.
Yeah.
I hope, actually, it's the running 20s.
The running 20s.
The roaring, running 20s.
So, what do you have any resolutions? Or do you do would you do one big resolution, or would you do like lots of little resolutions?
I tend, I'm not one of those persons, or those people, those persons, I don't do a lot of resolutions, right? Some people have a whole list of resolutions.
Right.
I don't know. I'm more like, maybe I have a couple big ones,
Mhm.
and I try to keep to them.
Right.
You know what I mean? Last thing I want to do is commit to a resolution and not be able to uphold that commitment.
Oof.
It's hard, and you see that a lot. People will make a resolution, and they, like a fitness resolution at the beginning of the year, and then kind of phase a little bit, fizzles. Yeah. So yeah, I like to make some big resolutions, and
Like how many? 3, 2, 1, 5, 10? How big are we talking?
a few,
Like 2, 3.
2 or 3. Yeah,
But they're big overarching goals for 2020.
yeah.
What are they, man? Let's hear them.
You really want to hear them?
Kinda.
Do you want to talk about running resolutions, or do you want to talk about overall resolutions?
That's an interesting question.
Yeah.
Given that this is a podcast where we talk about running.
Okay.
I mean, we can focus on that.
Yeah,
But if you want
right.
to reveal your overarching, I think the audience would love that.
Okay, well, maybe. If I'm feeling a little risque by the end of the podcast, then maybe we'll bring in some other ones outside of running. But if we're talking running, well, I guess my overall general running resolution is to remain consistent.
Mhm.
I think it's very important to remain consistent as a runner. So for me, that consistency means I want to run at least, I try really hard, my resolution is to run at least 5 days out of each week.
All right.
A lot of times I do more than that, right?
You'll do 6 or
I
7?
tend to do 6 or 7, but you know what? There are days where, maybe for some reason I might have only done 4.
Mhm.
But I think 5 is a good number, so I can do that. Great.
Good.
I try to, when I do go out, say those 5 days, I'm gonna try to do 5 days per week, and I want to do 3 to 5 miles. A lot of times I'll go more than that.
At least 3 to 5.
At least 3 to 5.
Cool.
Sometimes I go more than that. Most of the time I go more than that, but if I can do that, I can stay fit,
Mhm.
physically and, emotionally,
Yeah.
right?
I like it.
Mind and body,
Connected.
connected.
Working together.
Yes,
Mind and body.
yes. So,
That's a good
yeah,
goal.
It is a good goal. And, I think I can maintain that.
I like how you set it up realistically.
Yes.
It wasn't like I'm gonna run every day in 2020.
Yeah. Again, there are weeks that I do, but I think it's reasonable to, with a family, with a job, it's really hard, to get it in. 7 days a week is really, really tough, and sometimes you need a little bit of a break physically,
Right.
or even mentally. Sometimes you just need a breather. So that's kind of my overall general running resolution for the year.
Consistency.
Consistency, it's very, very important.
Totally.
If I lay off for a while from running,
Mhm.
it's really hard to get back into it.
It's true. I find if I take time, it snowballs.
Yes, it
I
snowballs.
take too much time.
Yes, you take too much time. I take too much time, and then I don't think I'm as fit.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Mentally and
Mentally and
physically.
physically, and so I think it's important to stay consistent, so you can feel consistently fit, both mentally, physically, and I don't know.
What do you think of those run streakers? People who have been like, we know the Panda Man. He's been running for like 1,400 days in a row.
Yeah, that I think that's cool. I think it's very cool.
Me too.
For me, I don't know that I can do that. I, honestly don't have the desire to do that, but I think it's totally cool when people do that.
Me too, man.
I think it's great 'cause it-
super impressive too.
It's very, very impressive, right? Because I know that, there are days when I'm just not feeling it.
Yeah.
I might have a bad cold. If you get sick. I mean, there's people who even go and run through that kind of stuff.
Right.
I don't know that I necessarily think that that's always the greatest thing to do, or if you're injured or if you're sick, it's hard to get through it. But
Mhm.
yeah. But that means that if you're going to do a streak like that, you're going to have to take care of yourself.
That's
You're
true.
going to have to get enough rest. You're going to have to take care.
You got to do all the other little things.
All the little things: nutrition, rest. Everything from like dynamic warm up, stretching, all of that stuff, so you can stay fit in order to do it.
Right.
So
that's true.
everything has to, you have to change everything in order to be able to do that.
I agree.
But it's the big things and the little things.
Right. So yeah,
I'm impressed with that stuff.
I find it very impressive.
Yeah.
Like, I have a tough time running 2 days in a row.
Okay.
So I can't imagine running that many days
Yeah.
in a row.
Yeah. So I'm totally think it's, I think it's neat.
So you
I say if you want to do that, go ahead and do it. Just
Oh, right.
make sure that you're taking care of yourself. So that you
Exactly.
continue to
Eat
do it.
right, sleep,
Yep.
rest, recovery,
Mm-hmm.
stretch, warm up, all this stuff.
Stay healthy.
All
So
the things.
right. So you can continue doing that.
Totally.
And that's what some people, in order to, be consistent and run, they need that kind of regimented type of lifestyle.
Yeah.
It should become a lifestyle in that situation,
Definitely. I think like I used to be a little bit more into that,
Yeah.
like running every day. But now that I have a baby, I find I have to have more flexibility,
Yeah.
I think for me, one of my New Year's resolutions is to not beat myself up if I miss a day and I can't get my run done.
Yeah.
I used to get like really worked up about it,
Well, I would say a lot of runners do. Yeah. I could still beat myself up.
Yeah.
I still beat myself up, but I think I'm a little bit better about it.
Mhm.
I'm a little more laid back about, okay, I'm gonna miss this day, or something came up and I have to miss this day. So
Right.
it happens. But you can't beat yourself up about it.
Yeah, so I think, that's one of my big goals, is to just stop judging myself based on my running ability and my running
Yeah.
consistency. Like, I want to be consistent with running, I want to stay fit and all that, but if I miss a day, I don't want to feel bad about it.
No, I think that's good.
Yeah,
You don't want
that's-
to get in your head like that. And, get down on yourself, put yourself down, judge yourself, that kind of thing.
yeah, exactly. Things happen, life happens,
Life happens.
you can miss a day and life goes on.
Yep.
But also, I don't judge other people who want to run every day and do their thing and race and
Right.
whatever. That's cool, man.
Yeah, exactly. Well, just getting back to the people who have the run streaks, I think it's great if that's what you're into. For me, personally, it's not for me to do that, but I'm not going to judge anybody doing that. I think it's cool.
Yeah.
To each their own. And I know people are very happy about doing those kinds of things. They feel happy doing those streaks, and I say go for it.
Go for it, baby.
Go for it.
Do you know what else I want to do this year? Is I want to actually do a race of some sort. Like, I feel like last year I didn't do any races.
I mean,
Really?
I paced some races, but I really would compete,
Yeah.
all too much, or if at all last year. Oh, wow, holy cow. Yeah,
You didn't do any races?
not where I really out and out competed.
Yeah, I don't think I did either.
So
I might have. Did I do a race?
maybe.
I think I might have. Yeah, I did. There was. I did the run for Kerry. That was awful.
Okay.
It was so bad.
Hey, you did it though.
I raced.
Don't judge yourself, man.
Exactly.
See?
Right.
Right?
I'm not gonna beat
You
myself
did it.
up.
Don't
I
beat
did
yourself
it.
up about it.
Whatever. So I did one race this past year. I'd like to maybe do either maybe 2, maybe 3, but I want to pick a race and like train for
Train
it.
for it. Okay. That's a good resolution. It's an
Yeah.
obtainable goal, I think.
Yeah.
You just have to pick one. The first step is like identifying which one you want to do,
Right.
what type of event you want to do.
I'm gonna do the Badlands 100-mile race.
You're gonna do that one? Okay. I'm gonna do the Leadville 100.
Oh, yeah, maybe that's what I'm thinking of. I
Oh,
wanna
just
do that-
bad water.
Bad water.
Bad water the one that goes through Death Valley?
Yeah.
Okay. There's your
That's
obtainable
an
goal. See,
obtainable goal.
I'm setting that goal and I'm going to do it. But you know, some people do that.
I do, and they're like very impressive.
It's-
I was gonna say
yes.
crazy, but I don't want to judge them.
You don't wanna judge.
I think it's very impressive. That's not really my goal. That's too
You're just
much
being
for
silly.
me.
Yeah.
I'm being silly.
But for some people, that's to each their own, right?
Right.
To each their own.
Different strokes for different folks.
Exactly.
As they say.
What you talking about, Willis?
But I think I'm gonna do more like a half marathon,
Cool.
maybe, or 10K. Maybe I pick like the Ocean Road 10K in October.
Okay.
That way I have plenty of time
Plenty of time.
to get ready for it.
Just knock it out of the ballpark.
Boom.
Do everything, train, right? Do everything you can to stay focused and to just plan for that event.
That's it.
Cool.
Yeah.
I kind of really have a resolution to do something like that too this year, 2020.
You want to do the Ocean Road 10K? You want to do
Well, perhaps.
We should, we should battle it out.
Okay, yeah, all right. That's the battle royale. What I thought about doing a race or an event. When I was thinking about, I want to do something like that too. Train for something wholeheartedly and go into it and do the best I can with what I have in my training. And I thought about, it'd be really kind of cool to do some of the relay type races that we've talked about,
Yeah.
like a longer relay. There are a couple of really cool relays in the New England area that I considered being part of the team and racing that out,
We should totally do that.
something like that. So I thought about that, but I also thought about doing a long event, and there's one in Connecticut in October that used to be a 20-miler, might be a marathon next year, and it's all off-road for the most part.
Oh,
It's on a
yeah.
trail.
I think I've
And
seen
I
that.
thought about that. I'm intrigued by being off-road and trying
You can
something
do-
because I don't do a lot of that.
But it's not like super technical trails.
Not
right?
super- it's not
like
super
a
technical.
real
Right.
trail, basically.
Yes, there is that. There is that race, and then there is another one that is a little more technical, but it's not over the top.
Okay.
You know what I mean? There's a little more single track.
20 miles.
So I thought about doing something like that because it's different,
Yeah.
and it would be an adjustment for me, and I would really have to train for that. I really have to get out on the trails more and really practice that type of running. So, yeah,
Cool.
it's a nice
That
goal.
would be fun.
Hmm.
I like trail races.
Yeah, something different.
Yeah.
Like, I have nothing against doing your straight up road race, whatever distance it may be, but kind of do something different. Like, that's where I felt like maybe a relay or that. So,
Great.
Yeah.
We should take a break.
we're going to take a little break. We're talking a little,
Wasn't a very good segue.
Sometimes,
Sometimes you just gotta make the hard cut.
sometimes you got to make the hard cut, something to it.
Right. So we're gonna take a little break. Although picking a race is a great way to stay consistent.
Yes.
And so I think on our
Yes.
next half here, what we'll talk about are some other ways to maintain that consistency after you set that New Year's resolution.
Yes, I like that. Good. That's a really good segue.
Do you want to come back now?
We're coming back.
Let's come back.
We are back. And Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. We were talking a little Grateful Dead, little Fish during
Yes.
the break.
Yes, we were.
But we're back and we're talking New Year's resolutions.
Yes.
And how to stay consistent.
Yeah. So we talked a little bit about some of our resolutions. All right. And the thing is, and I mentioned earlier in the podcast that people drop off from their resolutions. I see it all the time.
All the time.
Where I work, I see people coming in and they want to get fit. They have a fitness goal. They're coming to buy some fitness apparel and some and shoes, and and they want to get fit. They're pumped, and it sometimes doesn't always last.
It's true,
You know?
man. I mean, we do our training group, our beginning runner group, and even with that, you get people who drop money, literally drop, I forget how much it cost.
$1,000?
$4,000.
Yeah.
And then 2 weeks later,
Yeah, they drop off.
they drop off.
It's common.
It's common.
It really is. I would be lying if I said I wasn't there and I hadn't done something like that.
Oh, dude.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, I've been there. My wife makes fun of me because, when I'm like a roller coaster sometimes with my running.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm in it, hardcore, 2, 3, 4 weeks, maybe month, 2 months, 3 months. One time I managed 6 months,
Yes.
but then it's like a hard drop off
Yeah.
if I miss it. Like we were saying, if I miss a day or two, it just snowballs and snowballs and snowballs.
Yeah.
What's crazy though for me, this is probably not good to talk about.
Oh, jeez.
In the consistency.
Where are we going here?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
right. But the longer I stay consistent, the harder my drop off is. So I think about I've run really hardcore for 2-3 weeks every day, crushing it, boom, and then I'll take 3 days off, and I'll be feeling bad about myself, and then I'm back at it.
Yeah.
But when I did that 6-month streak, boom,
The
hard,
crash.
3 months, 4 months of just not wanting to run.
Well, it's probably like a burnout thing, maybe.
Like a burnout thing. Yeah.
So that, you have to be careful of that burnout thing.
Yeah. I gotta work on my ability to stay consistent.
Yeah, right. That's why being consistent is there. Being consistent and, but how do you do that? How do you maintain that consistency? What do you do?
I think one of the big keys to being consistent is, like we were saying with the run streak folks,
Yeah.
is paying attention to your body
Mhm.
and making sure that you do the little things to keep you mentally there,
Okay.
but also physically there.
Mhm.
Like you're stretching, you're foam rolling, warming up, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Super important.
Yep.
Because then you're physically feeling good, so you're okay, it's easier to get out the door when you feel
When you're
Good.
feeling good, yeah. If you're dragging because you haven't had enough nutrition, you haven't had enough rest, because you might have been overdoing it, or you're just not paying attention to your sleeping or your rest, it's hard. And you're not feeling good, it's hard to get out there. And when you pound yourself, when you feel that way, you're not feeling great, you keep doing that, consistently pounding yourself
Yeah.
without doing all the right things, you get injured,
Yep.
now you burn out. So
Yeah.
so taking care of all the little details becomes a lifestyle.
It's a
Right.
lifestyle.
Okay.
It's a lifestyle.
All right. And I think it's important too to have maybe a plan. I think a plan is very
Plans
important
are-
to keeping you consistent,
Very helpful.
right? Very helpful if you're training for a marathon, if you're training for a 10K, 5K, having a training, or if you're a beginner runner, up to 5K,
Yep.
follow a plan.
Yeah,
Right?
totally. Yeah.
Follow the plan, stick to the plan if you can.
Mhm.
Sometimes you have to be a little flexible with a plan if you deal with aches and pains, injury, maybe illness or something. But
Mhm.
I think following a plan is very important and staying consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. I think also having either a coach or a mentor or someone, even just a friend to hold you accountable.
Yeah.
So they
Right.
know you're doing the plan.
Yep.
You've signed up for your Catch the 5K program, whether it's through an app or a run shop or just a group. You're in it, and then you have a friend maybe who's also in it, or someone who's done it before, or someone who just is invested in your well-being.
Exactly.
Have them hold you accountable.
They hold you accountable. They guide you through it. They're going to provide feedback, right? Maybe make adjustments.
Yep.
To your plan. But I think that's big feedback. I think people like feedback. People like being. People want to be. They want to be taught.
Mhm.
They want to be coached. People like to get a little feedback, bounce it off someone.
Right.
They like to have someone there to tell them that they're doing the right thing, or maybe they're not doing the right thing. And how do you change that to be doing the right thing? So it's Yeah, I think it's good. Mentor, coach,
Yep.
someone who's been through it before.
That's
someone who
super
knows.
helpful. Yeah.
Someone who works with athletes and understands.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
Because then when you have those little dips, you're like maybe mentally not feeling it. You can be like, hey man, I just am not feeling it. What the heck is going on?
Yeah.
And then the person who's done it before, oh yeah, I've been there. Everybody has those days.
Yeah.
Like,
They're part cheerleader, part therapist,
cheerleader, part
right?
therapist.
Teacher, mentor, sage. So, yeah. Yeah. No, I think it's a great idea. You know what I think is also good at help keeping consistent and being, and also you mentioned accountability.
Yep.
Is I always think about community, right?
Community.
Communities, right? You know, you've got your, if we're talking running, your running buddies, or go into something that you're training for with somebody. Don't isolate
Yes.
yourself. You might
Like
have
us,
a coach,
we're
but
both doing the Ocean Road 10.
yeah, okay,
too.
exactly. We're duking it out. It's the battle royale. So yeah, I mean, having people to train with, a partner or partners or groups, like you mentioned, a beginner running group, right?
Right.
A whole group of people with a common goal, working together, helping each other out, right? That community
Yes.
is very, very important. Holds you accountable, keeps you going, get you pumped up,
Right.
right?
I think it's community is one of the most important things for people who run.
Yeah.
I mean, you can run on your own. What's good about running is you can do it by yourself,
Yes.
but like if you have like a big goal of some sort,
Mhm.
having other people is key.
Yeah, I think so. I really do.
And what's cool is there's lots of ways to do it. Even if, I mean, now you have your cell phone, you can be in a group with people who are in freaking Finland with
Yes.
like all our listeners over there.
Right,
in Finland.
the flying fins.
You can hold each other accountable just by being pals on Instagram.
Yep.
Like, hey, I see you're on day 4 of your Couch to 5K program. Keep it up, dude.
Yep.
I just went out for a run. I wasn't feeling it, but I got out there, so you can do it.
Right, exactly. So you get that kind of encouragement, accountability, togetherness. So yeah, I mean, I know people who they might not do their whole training plan. They're training for races. They might not do the whole training plan together, but they meet every week for the long run to get through the long run, or a couple times a week.
Right. Or if you have like a track workout or something,
Yeah.
that's a good time to meet with people. When it is like your hard day,
Mm-hmm.
maybe meet with people and they can help push you through and make sure you get through that long run of whatever it is.
Yeah. So
People, man.
people
People are great.
who need people. I'll stop there. I won't go any further. Are the luckiest people. One person. I'm sorry.
Who sings that song?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I've
Is that a
heard.
Randy Newman? It sounds like a Randy Newman song.
Wow, Randy Newman, blast from our past. Holy cow! I don't know. I've heard Babs sing it. I've heard Barbra Streisand sing that song. I've heard NRBQ. I've heard a billion people sing that song. I'm sorry. I just got into that.
That's all right, man. Sometimes it
I'm gonna
happens.
stop there. I'm gonna stop. But no, people, community,
Community.
right? And coaches are people.
Coaches are people.
So is people.
People.
So they're gonna be helpful. People can carry each other through.
They can.
Yep.
Literally. If you fall, someone could carry you the rest of the way.
That's right.
If there's people around.
Yes. All right. So you have to seek that out. Seek
Yes.
the community out, and it's there. There's community in social media. There is community at local run shops. There are local run clubs.
Yep. Even just if you do a race, just start talking to some people.
Right.
Runners are very friendly.
They are.
Oh.
Runners want to talk to you.
Yeah.
They want to talk.
They
They
want
want
to
to talk
talk.
about
They
their
want to talk
running.
about running. Runners talk about running. That's what
That
they
we're doing it. This whole podcast is about that. It's about running and community and talking about running.
Right.
That's what it is.
We've been doing it for a year.
Doing it
And
for
We've been talking
yes.
about running.
Yep.
So runners will talk about running.
Exactly.
So yes, one thing that's not people that helps with consistency
Okay.
is keeping a log, training log
Okay.
of your running.
Yeah.
because that way you can see how far you've come. You can also see, like, you can write down your feelings, your thoughts.
Yeah.
Like, okay, that was a bad day, wrote it down, now it's out of my system, I'm on to the next day.
Yeah.
And you're taking notes, you're writing what you did, maybe how long you ran, what the pace was. You could write down how you're feeling.
How you're feeling, your heart rate.
Your heart rate.
The shoes you wore,
Mhm.
the route you took, the conditions, and you can track that. You can really, really track and maybe pinpoint, hey, I wasn't feeling well here on these days.
Yeah.
What was the situation? You know?
Right.
Right.
And you can look at trends over time. So,
Trends over
like,
time.
if you have like a really awesome, good couple of weeks of running, you can look when you're having a bad week. You can look back and be like, what was I doing during those good weeks that made me feel so good?
Yeah.
Oh, I foam rolled 3 times that week.
Yeah.
I haven't done that in the past month or two. Maybe now I'm feeling the repercussions of it.
Yeah. Yeah. We're talking. So there's data. This is data. We're talking about data here.
Science.
And tracking it. This is science.
It's science.
It's
people.
exactly what it is. So.
Science.
Mhm.
Science helps runners.
It does.
I'm gonna make a T-shirt that says that.
Science helps runners. It's a good one.
It's not that good. It's not. Data. Logging your runs.
Keeping track.
Keep track.
Yeah, it's good.
So that's a good way to stay consistent.
Yeah.
I think we might have to wrap up now. I'm looking at the time.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell us what one of your main resolutions of the year that have nothing to do with running is? Because at the beginning you said maybe at the end you'd share something. You don't have to.
It's kind of personal.
That's cool.
No, I do. And I mean, you can apply this to running, but it's in general. I think I want to be better with my sleeping patterns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I'm a night owl.
Mm.
I'm one of those people who's a night owl.
Yeah.
Some people are early birds. I'm a night owl. And I tend to, want to read, play my guitar, watch the news, something. And I tend to sometimes maybe not get as much rest. I noticed in the past year I haven't got as much rest.
Gotcha.
Right?
Yeah.
Being a parent, you're sleep deprived.
Right.
But I feel like I want to be a little more conscious of, when I go to bed, when I wake up,
Yeah.
and you can have maybe a more consistent sleeping pattern.
That's super helpful.
Yeah. I think it's going to help me not just in my running, but in my life in general. So yeah. So that's one of those things.
All right, I like that.
It's a health thing.
It's a health.
I think my health will be better too.
Yeah.
Not that it's been bad. I'm just thinking, that it would just be better all around for me.
Sweet. Well, thank you for sharing that.
Yeah. You're welcome. Yeah.
All right. Let's wrap it up on that note.
Wrap it up. We'll take it.
We'll take it, and I think we're in this thing now, right? We took our hiatus. We're back.
Oh yeah. No, we're back. Yep.
So we'll be back next week. We might even have a guest.
We might have a guest next week.
I'm excited.
I am excited
Because
too.
it's a really good one.
Yes.
So thanks for listening, and then we will talk to you next week.
Take care, folks. Happy New Year.